Actually, you saw some heroes in the earlier presentations. There are some heroes who are unsung. They're never known to the world what they have achieved, what they have done. I'd just like to start with some such people that who have made a life in a very different way, and they all belong to our institute. When you go next time to Ahmedabad and go to a hospital, multi-speciality hospital in Kokra, everything is fine like any other hospital. But when you meet the managing director, and he's Kunal Sonavane, he's a blind person. Have you heard of a blind person managing a multi-speciality hospital in any big city like Ahmedabad? And it's a matter of pride for our institute that he did his physiotherapy from our institute. And while doing physiotherapy, he met his life partner also. They got married, and today Kunal manages a multi-speciality hospital in Ahmedabad. This is a very interesting case. Rajesh, any one of you happens to be in Limbadi in Saurashtra, do meet him. He is deaf-blind. He cannot see, he cannot speak, he cannot hear. You think such a person will have any existence? He is beyond Helen Keller, because Helen Keller had a speech. He does not have anything. Still, despite all multi-sensory impairments, Rajesh makes fafda and samosa. And if you see him making fafda and samosa, you cannot believe that this gentleman has no vision, no hearing, no speech. He is full of life. Ask him the latest movie. He'll tell you the whole story. And this is what is our achievement. Next time, friends, you see the Commonwealth game. You might have seen the last one in Delhi. You'll see beautiful girls in the wheelchair leading that race. Those are Sonal and Bhavina. Whole team, they have the world ranking. Last week, they won silver medal in category 3, silver medal in category 4 in Jordan. First time our country got 5 medals in an international event in table tennis. These two girls, Sonal and Bhavina, will be the world champion in a couple of years, but they're struggling to achieve that goal. This is a very interesting case. You all with medical background, you might have heard of a Wolfram Syndrome. It's something very rare. And I'll ask any one of you to do a little more research on that. This girl, Devanshi, suffers from that. Actually, as per the law of the nature, she should not survive. There are very few people on the earth which have survived with this syndrome, and which affects all functioning, urine, movement, sitting. She can get sleep anytime. She can wake up anytime. She has no control over any body functioning. Still, this girl last year passed the 10th board exam. This is the first recorded case anywhere in the world when somebody with Wolfram syndrome passes a school exam. And this brave girl is preparing for the 12th exam. And if she does that, will be a big achievement. She was covered in media. Nobody less than Shri Narendra Modi rang her up, spoke to her for 20 minutes, wishing her great luck in passing the exam. And he asked her the question, "What can I do for you, Devanshi?" She says, "Sir, one day come and visit me at my home and have the dinner which I shall prepare for you." That's the level of confidence of this young girl, and we are very proud of her achievement. Right in Mumbai, go to SEBI. You'll meet the PRO, Abhishek. He's like anybody else. He's an MBA. He gets a very good salary. He will show you around what SEBI does. He's looking at you. He's talking to you. You cannot believe that this gentleman is a blind person. He manages the CB public relations, and he just got married and had a wonderful reception at our institute. Despite being blind, he is part of the world's largest exchange. Now these are the role models. There are thousands of them who have made great achievement. They're only, our concern is they all joined us in solidarity. We stood by them in their struggle, guided them, and extended them all the support. Friends, our name, Blind People Justice, is a misnomer. We are a blind focus organization, but we work for all disabilities, and we are the most reputed NGO in the country today. And our biggest achievement is our transparency, accountability, and very professional approach. And we are the first organization which started training the prisoners of Sabarmati jail. The jail is in the news for different reasons, but we started training the people in Braille. When they make one Braille book, they'll get the money from us and remission from their imprisonment, their duration. And this was one of the first experiments in the world, which is now being followed in UK. Now they're training people there in this way. BPA, as I mentioned, the name does not explain what we do. We are into health management in a very big way. And our system, again, is very unique. It's a new management model. Can you think of a hospital, I ask you, where the patient decides to pay, not to pay, if to pay, how much to pay? You think such hospital will survive? Yes, our hospital has survived, has grown. We do cataract surgeries, we do orthopedic, we do ENT, we do physio, and where the patient has right to decide to pay or not to pay, we don't ask, you are BPL, you are SC, ST, it's up to you. If you don't pay, you get the same service. If you pay, you get the same service. But still, people want to pay. And our experience is, poorer the patient, more the chance of paying. They may not pay you money. They'll tell you, when I get my next crop, I'll come and give you 20 kg of rice. I'll come and give 10 kg of wheat. But we raise money from the public at the rate of $30 per surgery. And I'm very pleased to inform you, our sponsorship comes 6 months in advance, and the cycle is increasing. It may be 1 year in advance by next year. That means there are people around the world who want to support you, but it's up to you how you mobilize the support and how to involve the people. We are the leaders in the concept called community-based rehabilitation, where instead of people coming to us, we go to the people and give them services in their homes. And you'll be very pleased, we have covered 400,000 people with disabilities in their homes, and we have the experience of evaluating, managing, promoting such projects in Gambia, Zimbabwe, Kenya, Malawi, Bangladesh, Nepal, Tajikistan, and this is one of the largest projects on reaching the people with disabilities in their hometown, in their homes itself. And we also have developed the CBR guidelines, which have been approved by WHO. Friends, when we got into assistive devices, we make all sort of assistive devices. We think big, do big. We have distributed 50,000 tricycles so far. If you go to Gujarat, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, if you see the tricycles, 90% of the chances the tricycle was supplied by our institute. Again, all these devices at affordable cost or no cost. Every year we spend more than 1 crore only on such devices. Even when there was the biggest disaster, the earthquake of 2000, and we got into providing services, we were appointed the lead agency by Government of Gujarat, by Government of India. We are the only organization which was given a free plot of land immediately by Government of Gujarat, where we have built KCRC, Kutch Comprehensive Rehabilitation Center, which was inaugurated by Shri L. Kedwani when he was the Deputy Prime Minister, and Shri Narendra Modi laid the foundation. Today, it's the largest disaster management unit in Gujarat, and we are part of the disaster preparedness. Friends, the whole story started from a 3-room in Kameshwar, Nepal. Anybody belongs to Ahmedabad knows Kameshwar, Nepal, because Shri Ashok Bhatt belonged to that port. His house was there. We started from there, and from there we have grown to be 16 campuses in Gujarat with a land bank of 45 acres, with a network of branches in every district. That's why we are the largest setup. Now, this whole success story, it starts because we are professional. We have provided our services to number of setups in the country. We have membership on the Planning Commission, Steering Committee. We have membership on the Planning Commission Working Group. We are part of the National Law Drafting Committee. We are part of the Governing Council of many national institutes. We are part of the world body called ICEVI, Deafblind Council, and the National Monitoring Committee by Government of India, or MHRD, on monitoring education of children with disabilities across the country. In fact, there are very few organizations which have membership on all these very important legislative committees having the statutory powers to draft the laws and to implement the laws. That's a matter of pride for any organization to become the part of a National Award Committee, National Grant Screening Committee, and also High Empowered Committee on designing the new infrastructure for people with disabilities. And that makes us different than many other NGOs. Now, the credit for this whole achievement goes to the founder, late Shri Jagdish K. Patel, who himself was a person with blindness. He developed hearing impairment. He also was in the wheelchair. He was deaf-blind with the wheelchair, but man with a vision, man with a great power to see what's going to happen in the future. It was started as a recreation club for people with visual impairment, and it grew because he brought in professionals. He groomed the professionals, gave them the responsibilities, gave them the authority, gave them the acumen to manage the whole institute. And this is the man who had the fantastic leadership qualities. And it's because of his magnanimity that today this has grown to be such a large organization. The person who supported him was Shri Arvind Lalbhai, the chairman of Arvind Limited. And he guided the organization for 40 years till the last day of his life. He headed the organization. That has made us very different than other NGOs. And the biggest strength for any organization, and that's case in our case also, having a team of professionals. All the professionals, they have the best of the qualifications. All have been trained abroad in the best of the institute, and they have continued working for the institute as a lifetime mission. It's the sense of dedication, a sense of devotion, and their professional acumen which has made all the difference. And the most important thing is, for them, it's a lifelong mission to work for an institute which has made all the difference. So it has enabled BPA to become the leader in the field. And we have been able to develop a system where everyone is a leader. There's no single leader. Everyone heads a definite department, is a leader by himself or herself. That has made all the difference. Friends, just to share with you, our landmark achievement is complete transparency, complete accountability. I'll advise you to go to our website. You will see the donation disclosed by evening. Who has given us how much money, for what purpose, and this information remains on website for the whole year. One can see on any day who are the donors, how much money they are given. And the biggest thing now we are doing is social audit, which I advise every NGO to do. Every purchase we make, with the name of the party we supplied, details, specification, rate, everything goes on the website. One can see what rate we bought the steel, what rate we bought the pulses, the vegetables, everything. And that has made big difference to our disclosure mechanism. And we follow all the norms laid by the Credibility Alliance of India, Give India, Global Giving for our disclosure. And we are the one organization where every transaction is open to public audit. Any member of the public can come and audit any transaction to the extent of 100%. And that has made all the difference. As you see, our website carries the complete information what I am talking, and that gives you an idea. Now my question, who says the charity should not be professional? Why they should just be run by a few people who are good intention? They can be highly professional. In fact, they should be more professional because we are dealing with the public money. All money I deal is not my money at all, it's the money of the public. And if you deal with the public money, we have to be more professional. We have to have the complete transparency, accountability. And unless we do that, we will not achieve. I'm very proud that we played a very important role in drafting the new law for this country. And we think that every NGO should have a great conscience. You have to handle people in the best possible way. And our biggest achievement is that we set the trend for the country. We start the programs, we lead the programs, and we open the gates for new innovations for the people with the professional background. Just to give a last example, Dr. Sharma is an anesthesiologist by profession. He became blind. He was sitting at home like anybody else. He thought he has lost his life. He has nothing to do. When he came to the institute, when he was counseled, trained, motivated, he is now the faculty member teaching anatomy and physiology. He is back to life. Just to share with you, our medical officer is a blind lady, Usha. She lost the vision, but not the skill to handle the patient. Now she handles the patient like anybody else with the help of a sighted assistant, and she gives the whole treatment. This is the warmth to give to the people. And if you treat the people with kindness, with the professional outlook, and that makes all the difference. And Dr. Sharma, who had lost the complete hope in life, recently got an award as the best teacher in anatomy and physiology. Friends, as I mentioned, I repeat, it's a public money, it's a public asset which we handle. Unless we are able to handle it well, because we follow the Mahatma Gandhi's principle of managing trust, and which is very important, that is the law of the God applicable to the people. The trusteeship is where nothing belongs to the trustees, is the stewardship without ownership. You don't own anything, you only manage the thing. Unless you accept that, you cannot understand the importance of trusteeship. And this is the concept which we use. It's not for profit, and it's for the greater goods of the people we work for. Something untold, Mahatma Gandhi used to visit a school for the blind. When he was very busy with the freedom struggle, in Navarangpura there's a school for the blind. He used to cycle down and go and sit there and meet the blind people. He also laid the foundation stone for one room there. And to us, he's the guiding force. And to me, he's the great source of inspiration. And I use his quote, "Let us be the change that we wish to see in the world." Unless we change ourselves, we cannot change the world. And if we change ourselves, world will get changed by itself. Thank you.